I'm so excited because today we're starting winter sowing. If you don't know what winter sowing is, it's basically creating a little greenhouse out of milk jugs so that you can start your seeds already. Or you can use grow lights. I don't use grow lights. I do this instead because I feel like it's cheaper. It makes sense for me. So I do this every year, and every year it doesn't fail me. Most seeds like tomatoes and peppers recommend being started, you can see, 6 to 8 weeks before your last frost date, and that means to start them indoors or in your greenhouse or whatever, so that when your frost date comes you have a pretty mature plant to put outside already. It's not totally necessary in hot climates like where I am. I can plant a seed in spring after my last frost, and I have enough growing days so that a tomato or a pepper can grow entirely to harvest. But I, like most gardeners, want a head start on my growing season. I need an early growing season this year, so that's also why I'm starting right now. So what you do is you open up the jug, put soil about halfway, put in your seeds, label it, close it back up with tape, and then throughout the 6 to 8 weeks leading up to the frost date, you can check inside. You'll see how your seedling is doing, and this keeps it a temperature that it can actually survive at, because right now it looks like a beautiful day, and it is a beautiful day, but you can't count on this for the next 2 months. And the night temperatures are not ideal for crops like tomatoes and peppers, which is why you put them in a greenhouse. So whereas it's 50 degrees today, inside of here it'll be more like 70 degrees or higher, and that is a temperature that little baby tomato plants can survive at, if that makes any sense. So that is the purpose. If you're just starting out and you don't know what to do starting your seeds, you don't know the point of it really, it's just that so that you can have a mature plant come your last frost date. That is more vital to people in colder climates because they don't have as much of a summer to work with. So I have everything I need. I have all my milk jugs, all my seeds, a power drill because you're gonna need to drill holes in it. Why? So that when it gets rained on, you won't just have a puddle in there. You need the water to flow out. You don't want to drown your plants, so you need to drill holes in the bottom, maybe a few on the side. A knife. I usually use a box cutter to open my jugs, but I don't know where my box cutter is. And then tape to close it back up when you're done. So I just take my husband's power tool, and I couldn't tell you the size of the bit that I'm using. I just picked one that I thought was good enough, and then I'm using my knife to cut it open. Okay, so something like that. And then I start to fill it up with soil. I just buy a container mix, and then I pick which seeds I want to grow. I make a few holes, maybe no more than 5 tomatoes in one jug kind of thing. And even that's pushing it, but it's up to you. So I planted 5 Amish paste seeds, cover them back up, create a label for them. I use 2 forms of identification, both a popsicle stick, and I write a number on the outside of a jug and keep track of what plants or flowers or produce belong to what number. And that's my first one. To get this done faster and just to keep myself organized, I work in an assembly line kind of thing. So I open all the jugs, fill all the jugs with soil, put all the seeds next to which jugs I want them to go into, create all my labels, etc., etc. Today I got about 15 done. I still have a few more to do, and I will give updates as the weeks go on. But I'm so excited because the 2024 garden has officially started.